Michael Hayden is a retired four-star general and former director of both the CIA and NSA. Using expertise and skills gained from a lifetime at those keystone intelligence-gathering agencies, Hayden dissects political situations around the world, analyzing the tumultuous global environment and answering the oft-asked question, what's happening in the world?
What I'm going to do is not try to mention all the things that are happening in the world, but maybe point out 3, 4, 5, depending on the time we have, currents, trends that are shaping global events. They show up in different ways, but they're more permanent than who's governing Russia or who's governing Syria or even who's governing the United States.
As an expert speaker, General Hayden remains informative and accessible as he talks audiences through his 5 things that keep him awake at night.
What's the first thing I worry about? First thing on my list is terrorism. I begin with terrorism because actually we're not doing badly. In terms of current threat, the way I would describe it is, although Al-Qaeda always wants to do that mass casualty attack against iconic targets for maximum political effect, future attacks, if they're capable of doing them against us, will be less complicated, less well organized, less likely to succeed, and less lethal, even if they do succeed. Let me tell you the largest ungoverned space we know today. It's the world connected to your iPad and your iPhone.
General Hayden is a leading voice on cybersecurity and the potential benefits and dangers it presents to both individuals and businesses, ranging from China all the way to Angry Birds.
The cyber domain, where you and I have decided we're going to put a lot of things that are valuable to us, is like a digital Somalia. I'll give you a third, transnational crime. Transnational crime has now become so dominant that it's no longer a law enforcement threat, it's a security threat. Someone, almost certainly a nation state, during a time of peace, as a legitimate act, just used a cyber weapon to destroy somebody else's critical infrastructure. Now apparently, Angry Birds sucks out the brains of your iPhone and sends it back to the Angry Birds Starship, which I think is in Finland. Okay. Now, GCHQ, the British NSA, is going on some of those back channels for legitimate foreign intelligence targets. My God, this is great, all right? But the fundamental moral of the story is not that GCHQ is taking advantage of this against legitimate foreign intelligence targets. The fact of the matter is, you downloaded a free app, and in return for that, an awful lot of what you keep in here is now available to someone who wants to sell it.
As the former head of 2 multi-billion-dollar enterprises, Hayden addresses the challenges of managing complex organizations in times of stress. He also analyzes the geopolitical landscape and offers valuable insights.
If you picture the Iranian thing as we're driving along a highway, okay? And this highway is kind of described as the Iranian nuclear program. And I got some ideas, so we never get to here, all right? So I'm gonna start trying those ideas. And I'm going to call those ideas off-ramps. Most of the off-ramps are now in my rearview mirror. The fifth thing to fret about is China. And let me first of all immediately and abjectly apologize for mentioning China in the same breath as Iran. China is not a threat to the United States the way Iran is a threat to the United States. China is just powerful.
The first thing we need to better defend ourselves is better transparency between and among ourselves, between industries, which is difficult enough, and then between industry and the government.
General Hayden is a frequent guest on major news outlets, valued for his expertise on intelligence matters, geopolitics, and emerging trends.
The Snowden stuff is going to put wind in the sails of the Chinese and the Russians, because they will then say, these Americans weren't interested in free speech at all. These Americans wanted to keep the internet the way it was, so they can do that espionage stuff. These guys meet again in Busan in October. But we could see, did you like the internet?
It's a nice
Might
thing.
be the question, yeah. That may really be the question in our lifetimes.
As the world events and current intelligence environments change at accelerating rates, no one better understands the dangers, risks, and potential rewards of the political, economic, and security situations facing the globe.
We are infinitely safer than we were 6, 10, or 12 years ago. Why are you safer? Because we're one mean enemy. We're no longer in the industrial era. We're in the information era. We're in an age of globalization. We're in an age of interconnectedness. This is the second great era of globalization.
Represented exclusively by leading authorities, General Michael Hayden is sought after to address the world outlook as the political climate changes at a rapid pace.
It's a human legacy we want to leave behind us.